Yes, sir, man. You already know what time it is. We're back there to serve some more game on the ground from them hungry hounds who just got the pound and are ready for the next rounds. With that being said, I'm going to pass the mic to the co-host and let him introduce himself. Was good.
Man, y'all know what time it is, man. We out here in this camp, we in this building, and we finna get to building. So with that being said, what's the topic, man?
I keep doing that stupid ass shit, thinking that it's the mute button. Uh, now, as UFC gets closer, man, I'm getting more and more excited for it. You know, I get excited whenever Pereira fights because he's just an absolute beast in there, and that's really all that I've been thinking about this week. So I saw the recent embedded episode. Your boy Marab is a damn clown. There's no way that this dude put what's his name's face on that wacky inflatable tube flailing arm dude. What did you think about the the overall I guess energy coming up for this match?
Man, it's dynamic, and Alex Pereira just seems so relaxed. Not like what he was doing last time, where he was doing all these appearances and all that. He seems relaxed and he's having fun, which is going to make him dangerous in the octagon. It's not like he's laxing in training, but he's enjoying the process of weight cutting, of running, of the haunted. Like he's just all in his own element. He's comfortable. He's not worried about looking like intense and all that shit. Like everybody talking about his hair and everything and his look, and he doesn't really give a fuck. And I think that's what's gonna make him go in the octagon, not give a fuck and just go for shit, bro. And I think Angalaya is locked in. He's focused because he knows that he has a chance to be knocked out. He knows that he has a chance to lose. So he's probably trading even harder, but at the same time smarter because what he did won the fight. But at the same time, he knows that film has been watched. And he knows if he loses, he ain't getting another title shot. So I think there's so much at stake for both, but one side is kind of just like whatever the fuck happens, happens, and the other's like, shit, I gotta hold on to this belt for dear life. So I think we're gonna get some heat at the press conference tomorrow, and that's when you're gonna see Alex Pereira hit that switch. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow you see him bald with no facial hair and mad as hell.
Oh yeah, man. I think Uncle Live understands now that they've already fought once that Pereira understands how to better defend the the takedown technique, the clinching technique, and all that. So I think that's why he's training extra hard because he knows he has more work to put in now that Pereira knows his fighting style better. And I think that I'm gonna lie, bro, I think Uncle Lion might be low key a little scared because of that. You know, at first it was easy; it wasn't nothing for him to beat him because they haven't fought each other before. So Pereira didn't really understand how to defend his fighting style. Now Pereira's going to come back a whole different beast, and I think he's going to bring the energy with him, and I think it's going to leave Uncle Live making excuses like Yuri did, talking about some witchcraft shit.
Yep, it's gonna be a good fight, man. And I'm excited for all the antics, the shit talk. And you know, Khalil and Yuri are gonna keep it class. But boy, Marab and Corey is gonna be funny as hell, bro. And I hope Corey don't show up off acid at that press conference because he acts like a goddamn fool.
For real. No, man, it's gonna be a good fight. They better not use damn Google Translate to fucking beef with each other at the damn press conference because that shit was just goofy.
And shout out to Jamal Hill for being a fan. This dude, bro, he was like, yeah, like I respected the camaraderie between the two, but bro, it's just sad looking at Jamal Hill. I mean, even Jamal Hill's fat ass coach, I mean, Alex Pereira's fat ass coach said, Jamal Hill, damn, you heavyweight now? And Jamal laughed about it. Like, they just chopping it up, but it's sad, man. It's sad. I think Jamal Hill should move up to heavyweight, honestly, if he's not going to get it together and get in shape. He's got too many injuries and he's too big for light heavyweight. He's not morbidly obese, but you can tell he's out of shape. So, but also, two fight announcements. We got Armin Sarukian versus Dan Hooker. And if you don't remember Dan Hooker, he's the motherfucker that looks like MGK with all those tattoos and shit. And then you got Arman Sarukian, who was supposed to fight Islam, but he pulled out because of a back injury. um, so they're gonna be fighting, and then also Ian Gary versus Bilal Muhammad. That shit is gonna be funny as hell. And this boy Bilal delusional ass said, I wanted Connor at the White House, but this will work. This motherfucker thinks he's that big of a star to warrant a fight against Connor, bro. He's out of his goddamn mind. What do you think about these fight announcements? And how do you feel about it?
The low key just sounded like what's his name? They've been crying about not fighting Connor for 2 years. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Michael Chandler?
Yeah, there it is, Michael Chandler. But nah, man, there's gonna be interesting. Uh, I'm curious to see how what's his name is gonna hold up against. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Ian Gary's gonna hold up against. Damn, I know you just said his name. I'm having a fucking brain fart now.
Bilal.
Yeah, there we
It's
go. It's
funny how he
funny how he
calls
calls
himself
himself.
Bilal. Remember the name Muhammad, and you couldn't even remember his name.
That's how irrelevant he is to me. But nah, man, it's gonna be interesting. I know Bilal. He has a an interesting fighting style, if I remember correctly. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna be curious to see how Ian holds up against that. And then your boy Dan Hooker. I do remember him. I remember he looked goofy as hell with that MGK ass style. But if I remember correctly, he whooped some ass in that octagon the last fight that I watched. So that'll be interesting too. Uh, it looks like we're gonna have a pretty decent few fights closing out the year so far.
Yep, man. Let's get it. Let's go, and let's do it. So with that being said, man, I ain't got nothing else. If you ready to wrap this whole whoop de wop up,
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else y'all know. And we finna bounce on out of here,
catch
man.
me on
Catch me on
TikTok.
TikTok. Peace.